I'm going to be going through Nu Skin compensation plan enhancements here today for you. So there's really 4 different ways that you're paid as a Nu Skin distributor here with the new Velocity compensation plan enhancements. There's the retail side, the sharing bonus, the building bonus, and the leading bonus. And I'm going to go through and break down each of these for you here in this video. The important things to mention is that the retail and share bonus are paid out daily, the building bonus is paid out weekly, and the lead bonus is paid out monthly. The way that this looks is here in this slide. You can kind of get a general overview, and my goal is that by the end of this presentation, you'll be able to look at this and have it make sense. So first, we're going to jump into the sharing bonus. So the sharing part of the plan. So the sharing part of the plan is broken down into 2 different bonuses, or 2 different ways that you're paid. First is the probably most straightforward, which is the retail side of things. So as you yourself become a brand representative with Nu Skin, you earn the right to member pricing. And as you actually go and directly sell product to consumers, you get to keep the difference between the retail price and the member pricing. So here's kind of an illustration of how that looks. Up in the top left there, if the member price is $20 and the retail price is $25, you keep the $5 of retail markup. On the right side there, you'll see the other way that you can also earn that retail markup. If you have a customer that wants to become a preferred customer or sign up for an account that they can shop themselves, then it's paid out the same way. You still get to the difference between the member price and the retail price, but you also are given something called a sharing bonus. The sharing bonus is something that's paid out to whoever actually is the direct person that sponsors the person that purchases the product. And it's also going to be a little bit more convenient for that person to be able to shop on their own. To break down the sharing bonus a little bit more for you, you as a person go out and register a new customer. That new customer goes out and purchases a product. The whole Nu Skin product portfolio is going to have a sharing bonus attached that's anywhere from about 5 to 20% of the cost of the product. That will be direct deposited to you, to your account that's actually part and tied to your Nu Skin account. The sales leaders, people that qualify as what's called a sales leader, are actually going to be able to keep that sharing bonus for their own personal purchases. And if you are not yet a sales leader, then the sharing bonus will be paid out to the direct sponsor. So jumping into the build section, which is the second of the 3 ways that you're paid out, this is where you actually start to build and accrue your own customers and other sales leaders or qualifying sales leaders that are trying to progress in the compensation plan themselves. The kind of 3 key terms to note here with the build plan is first, sales volume, which is a point system that's used to compare the relative value of products. There's building blocks, and then there's also sharing blocks. A building block is 500 points of sales volume from anywhere within your group. A sharing block is 500 points of sales volume from your personally sponsored and registered customers, distributors, and qualifying sales leaders. To become a sales leader, you need to first develop a group. A group is made up of those 3 things that I mentioned before: registered customers, certified or qualifying sales leaders, and other distributors of product. The first thing that you need to do is accrue some people, get some people that are using and distributing the product, submit a letter that says to Nu Skin that you want to become a certified sales leader, and then second, you start to complete building blocks. You have 6 months, so 6 consecutive months to complete 12 building blocks. 12 building blocks that are made up of at least 4 sharing blocks. So sharing blocks are the people that you personally sponsor that are registered customers, distributors, or qualifying sales leaders. And in order to count the volume or count the blocks from each of these months, you need to do at least 2 building blocks. So there's an example laid out there of someone qualifying. They do 3 the first month, 4 the second month, and then 5 in the third month, for a total of 12. And you can see that there was 2 sharing blocks the first month, 1 in the second month, and 1 in the third month. So this would be someone that became a new sales leader. Finally, as you become a sales leader, you also need to maintain your sales leader status by doing at least 4 building blocks. None of these blocks need to be sharing blocks for maintenance. They just need to be building blocks. The way that the building bonus works and is paid out is a weekly schedule. So it's the 1st through the 7th, the 8th through the 14th, and the 15th through the 21st, and then finally the 22nd to the end of the month. As you accrue more building blocks in a given month period, or a weekly period as these are paid out, you'll be paid out at a higher percentage according to the number of blocks that you've accomplished that month. So as you see, the first 2 blocks are worth 5%, the second is worth 10, so on and so forth. So to kind of make that a little bit clearer and show what type of a percentage that's actually paid out on, the first block that you complete in a month would be 500 points of volume. You're paid out at 5%, which is $25 of commission. As you start to complete more of those blocks, you'll be paid at a higher percentage for the 500 point block. So you can see that this scales all the way up to the point where eventually you're being paid out at 40% and the commissions are there that are laid out on that as well. So as you continue to accomplish more and more blocks here in the build part of the plan, you'll be paid a very good percentage as you continue to increase in the number of blocks that you're doing per month. So jumping here into the lead bonus, as you have started to get your own registered customers, your own sales leaders, and they become certified sales leaders as well and qualify and go through that process, you're also paid a percentage on the volume within those sales leaders' teams. So here's how that's broken down and determined. So first, if you do at least 6 blocks within a 1-month period, then you'll be paid out either 10% or 5% as the leading bonus. 10% of either your first generation of sales leaders and all of their people in their team, or 5% up to 6 generations deep. If you only do 4 to 5, so you maintain with at least 4, if you only do 4 to 5, then you'll be paid out 2.5% on up to 6 generations deep of sales leaders. The way that this is determined, so the number of generations that you're paid deep is determined by the number of generation or first generation sales leaders that you've created. So to jump back here and explain, each of these teams, so each of these generation 1 sales leaders could have hundreds or even thousands of customers and other certified sales or other qualifying sales leaders in their groups, and you'll be paid on a percentage of all of that up to 10% or anywhere from 2.5% to 10%. The way that these titles or the amount of generations deep that you're paid on sales leaders is determined is based on the number of G1 sales leaders and number of leadership teams that you've created. So for example, if you yourself have become a sales leader, and then you have sponsored someone that's also become a sales leader, you'll be called a gold partner, which is that first title up there in the top left. You're paid 1 generation deep, so you'll be paid on your sales leader and their volume as well. And your average monthly income will be about $629 a month. As you look down and this continues to grow and you continue to create new first generation sales leaders, you'll be paid deeper and deeper into your organization. The way that the place that this changes is at the Emerald Director. So you have created 4 front level sales leaders, and you also have 1 leadership team. A leadership team is determined by the overall volume within the sales leader's entire organization. So if you've created 4 first generation sales leaders and you have 1 of those teams doing at least 10,000 points of volume within the whole organization, 6 generations deep, then you will become an Emerald Director and be paid 4 generations deep. This continues all the way down until you become a Team Elite or a Presidential Director, which is 6 front level sales leaders with 4 leadership teams, one of which does 10,000, then 20, then 30, and 40. So you have 4 leadership teams that are each doing at least 10, 20, 30, and 40,000 points of volume. You can see the monthly incomes there as they continue to go up, and you can kind of address and determine where you need to be and where you need to fit. The best part of this is that this is just the leading bonus. You're also paid the share bonus, the retail commission, the build bonus, and the lead bonus. So this is just the monthly incomes from the leading bonus. You'll also receive your building bonus and your sharing bonus in addition to this. So finally, I hope that this makes sense. I hope that this slide now makes a little bit more sense as you read through it and as you progress through. It's really important to mention that you can really determine and choose where you want to fit within the Nu Skin compensation plan. If you have additional questions, please reach out to the person that shared this video with you. And I hope that you will have all the success that you can with the new Nu Skin compensation plan enhancements. Thanks.
The next few minutes, I'm going to explain to you step by step how you can earn money with Velocity. Okay. Let's take it, and I'm going to draw first a football goalpost to help break this down into 3 simple areas. Now, when you begin your business, you become what's called an affiliate. And as an affiliate, you are able to get an account with the company. Here's you. And as you go off, and of course, you can use those products yourself at a up to 50% discount, and you can share the products, earning profit. You can earn up to 50% profit on selling the product. So one of our most popular social sellers is our AP24 toothpaste. You buy that product at wholesale, you sell it at retail, you earn $10 profit per tube. So for example, if you're able to sell 100 or build 100 customers, you would earn $1,000 profit. Does that make sense? Now, and you can sell any of our products in our catalog. Now, you can also, as an affiliate, introduce someone else. So you might have someone else here, and they say to you, gosh, I'd like to make a few $100 extra per week or per month, and they can register for free to get an account, an affiliate account, just like you did. They can also use the products and they can share the products. So let's say this is Mary, and Mary goes off and she goes and sells 100 AP24 toothpastes in her first few weeks. She would earn $1,000 profit, the same as you did. And the company will reimburse you or profit share with you $2 for every tube in this case. So every product that Mary buys is a sharing bonus, and we'll talk about that in a moment. In the case of toothpaste, it's $2. So if she sold 100, you would earn $200 back to yourself. Very simple. And you can introduce as many people as you like. If you introduce 10 people who all built 100 customers, they would each make $1,000, and you would make $200 for each of them, or $2,000. You could introduce 100 people who go off and build 100 customers, and you'd earn $20,000. So as an affiliate, you can earn part-time money by using the products yourself, of course, sharing those products with others, and you can also introduce other people. Now, if Mary went off and introduced a few friends who also wanted to become affiliates because she wants to earn the sharing bonus and get a bit of leverage, she will earn $2 profit per tube, but you earn nothing. You only get paid on your first level as an affiliate. From here, you can qualify to become what's called a brand rep. And a brand rep enables you, it's kind of like a manager, enables you to get paid on all the levels, and you get a price increase or a commission increase. So as you're off here introducing people, and again, you can introduce as many people as you like, and let's say this is Mary, and Mary goes off and introduces some people, who introduce some people, who introduce some people, who introduce some people. Each of these people want to become affiliates, and they want to earn some extra income. So, and they could be anywhere in the world. This, Mary could be here, let's say in Auckland, where I'm filming this. Maybe her girlfriend lives in Sydney, and that person knows someone living in Perth, who knows someone living in London. You don't know London, but London here goes off and they buy and sell, let's just say $1,000 of product. Okay, the person here, let's just say 100 customers. The person here in Perth will receive the sharing bonus. They'll get $2 per tube. Does that make sense? But Sydney and Auckland will not. But you, as a brand rep, you get paid on everyone between 5% to as much as 40%. So that means that of that $1,000 of sales here, you'd earn $50 to $400 back here in New Zealand. It's all linked by ID number. So each of these people has an affiliate account, and the company tracks that in their mainframe computer system and remunerates you. So whilst an affiliate is basically sharing the products and selling and maybe teaching a few people, a brand rep is really managing a team and getting some leverage. And leverage, the concept I want to teach you, is that you'd rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of your own efforts. Does that make sense? Okay, so the next question people ask me was, well, how do you become a brand rep? Well, it's a very simple process. You simply go through an apprenticeship. We call it your LOI. You submit a letter of intent to the company that I want to become a brand rep. You must meet some qualifications. So you must personally turn over 1,000 volume points, 6,000 volume points over 1 to 6 months. Now, it can look like this. You could do 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 in month 3, 1,000 in month 4, 1,000 in month 5, and 1,000 in month 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6,000 total. And you would qualify now to earn the 5 to 40% on everyone. This is in addition to your sharing bonus. It could also look like you do 1,000, the following month you do 2,000, the following month you do 3,000, qualifying in 3 months. It could look like you did 3,000 in the first month, 1,000 the second month, and 2,000. It doesn't matter as long as it's minimum of 1,000 points and accumulates to 6,000. Does that make sense? So it's very simple. We have some people who've done it in weeks. So literally within 1 week to 6 months, you can qualify to become a brand rep and get paid the larger commissions. Now, when we talk about points, I'm just going to use, for example, here our catalog, our price catalog. And so you can see when you're looking here at the price catalog, this is, for example, my pencil here, the AP24 toothpaste. You can see that the wholesale is $17 member price, the retail is $27, the $10 as we talked about is the profit. Here's the sharing bonus, and here's the points. It's 8.55 points. So if you sold 10 toothpastes in a post, you'd have 85 points. Does that make sense? We have our Dr. Donna nail care system, which is going crazy on social media. Retail price is $74, wholesale $51. The difference, about $23 or so here, is your profit. There's 24 points and 7 sharing bonus. That's a really popular product. If we also take some of the more high-end products, let's say, for example, our LumiSpa. The LumiSpa recommended retail $482, wholesale $337. The difference, that $150 almost, $147 is your profit. Points 125 with a $35 sharing bonus. So as you look through our catalog, you can see all sorts from the Galvanic Spa, another very popular product, 60 points. So you can start to see this, how you can start to build points. 10 people who buy a LumiSpa would be 1,000 points. 4 people who buy a Galvanic Spa would be 1,000 points. 120 some people who buy toothpaste equals 1,000 points. The social sellers are faster to move, but they have less points. The more expensive products might need some demonstration, but they have more points. As you get paid one level as an affiliate, you get paid all the levels right through to infinity as a brand rep. And so you want to become a brand rep as quickly as possible. And to do that, you need to submit your letter of intent. You'll find it in your back office. You can click the button, LOI, and then you want to be making these targets each and every month, minimum of 1,000, accumulating to 6,000. A lot of people ask, what's the difference between 5 and 40%? It's paid in blocks. Every single time you reach 500 points within the commission plan, you and your team, this is not just you, this is you and your team cumulative, that's one block, and you get 5% on the first block. As you build 2 blocks in 1 month, the first block has 5%, the second block has 10%. And so once you were to build up 6 blocks, you'd have 25%. If you had 16 blocks, you'd be at 40%. So the more blocks you build, and you can find these details in the commission plan, the more blocks you build, the higher the percentage you get. And so we have some people we're seeing 20, 30, 40,000 points. So they're virtually getting 40% of the vast majority of that, and they're earning very, very large commissions. Okay, so one level, all the levels. To get paid all the levels, you're going to go through this small apprenticeship called your letter of intent and meet these targets. So what about the last category? This is where the money is. This is the leadership. Friend Mary here, she says to you, gosh, I'm not getting paid. I'm getting paid on Sydney, but I'm not getting paid down here on Perth or London or wherever else it starts to grow. And it could be growing into 10 different countries at this stage. So she wants to qualify. Mary wants to qualify to become a brand rep. So you teach her and say, okay, Mary, you need to submit your LOI. You need to make these targets of 1,000 a month. And the faster you do it, the faster you get paid. Once you accumulate 6,000 points within the commission plan, you'll be paid as a brand rep. Okay? And then all you need to do is maintain 4 blocks a month or 2,000 points to maintain that. So over here, Mary goes off and she qualifies just like you qualified. Okay? And so her little team here, and remember you've got other teams growing over here and they're growing all over the place, etc. When you help one other person become a brand rep, you become a gold partner. Okay? And the average income for a gold partner, I have them all written down here, is $12,000 per year. Okay? So it's the $12,000 a year, like a franchise fee for this team, plus what you're earning here, your 5 to 40 on your team here, which might be another 1,000 or 2,000 depending on your volume. It could be much higher. Plus what you're earning on your sharing bonus. So you add the 3 together. Now you've someone over here, and your friend over here says, gosh, listen, I'm not getting paid on all these levels, and they want to qualify to become a brand rep. So they go through the apprenticeship, the LOI process, letter of intent, or I call it lots of income, they go through and qualify $1,000 a month, reaching $6,000, and they become a brand rep. So you have now taught 2 people in your team to become brand reps. Once you teach 2, you're called a Lapis partner. Okay? The average income for a Lapis is just a little bit over $20,000 per year. That $20,000 is added to the money you're earning here from your team, the 5 to 40%, plus your customers, plus your level 1 sharing bonus. Once you teach 4 people, you're called a Ruby partner. And as a Ruby partner, the average income is $38,000 per year. That's in addition, you're going to add, again, your brand rep income, which could be thousands of dollars per month, or maybe another $10,000 or $20,000 per year, plus your sharing bonus, plus your retail sales. Okay? Once you achieve 4, and one of those teams, one of the 4 is doing 10,000 points. Okay, so let's say Mary's team here all together is doing 10,000 points of volume. Okay, then you are called an emerald. Okay, and the average income is going to be $68,000 per year. Once you help 5 people become a team, so you've helped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these 5 people have all qualified, and you got more coming all the time. Maybe you've introduced 30 people here, or maybe or so, and 5 of them have gone through and become brand reps, and the other ones are just affiliates and they're making part-time income. 5, you're called a diamond. And the average income for a diamond is $114,000 per year. Okay, this is probably still part-time for most people. You might decide to go full-time somewhere in here, but for most people, they could manage 5 teams. $114,000 is a part-time side gig to what else you're doing. Once you achieve 6 teams, okay, you're called a blue diamond, and the average income for a blue diamond in Australia and New Zealand, okay, is $1,070,000 per year. You're going to add the million to what you're earning from your other affiliates in here, okay, your 5 to 40%, in addition to your sharing bonus, in addition to your product sales. So you can start to see it gets very, very exciting. And there's one last level you can reach, which is called a presidential director. And a presidential director has helped one of their teams do 10,000, one of their teams is doing 20,000, one of their 6 teams are doing 30,000, and one of their 6 teams is doing 40,000. So they're basically called different power lines. So that is, and the president director averages the same income here. It's just that they qualify for a trip, okay, which is called the presidential director trip or a team elite trip. So let's talk about trips. Who likes to travel? The company has the most lucrative compensation plan in the world. In fact, this compensation plan here has created more millionaires than any other direct marketing compensation plan in the world. And in fact, approaching 50 people around the world have earned more than $20 million with our compensation plan. That is more than every other direct selling company combined in the entire industry. So there's lots of companies that say we pay the most, but the fact is that we have paid the most. Okay, success trips. So once you're here as a brand rep, okay, and you achieve 10,000 volume points of volume, you qualify for a success trip. And these are $10,000 trips that can be, they're all over the world. We've taken people to Croatia, South African safaris, Thailand, Japan, Hawaii. There's all sorts of exotic destinations around the world you can qualify for success trips. Once your team reaches 12,500, so you've gone on the first success trip, and then the following 6 months later, you qualified at 12,500, you qualify for a second success trip. Once your team reaches Ruby, you qualify for a third success trip. Once your team qualifies as an Emerald, you qualify for another success trip. When you qualify as a Diamond, another success trip. When you qualify as a Blue Diamond, Blue Diamond, That is another success trip. And a presidential director can qualify for 3 trips a year. So basically, if I summarize everything, affiliates sell the products, earn part-time income. They can earn hundreds of dollars extra per week, maybe $500 to $1,000 per month. A brand rep can start to earn thousands of dollars per week, or even thousands of dollars per month. And here, as a leader, you get leveraged income. In other words, you're getting paid like a franchise. You've taught these people how to grow a business. They are independently growing their own businesses. You're supporting them along with our support as well, and you get paid a royalty. And that royalty is between 2.5 and 10%, up to 8 generations deep of teams. So it's really extraordinary. So in essence, that is very simply our velocity compensation plan. Now, for all the terms and all the conditions and all the other details, you can refer to the brochure in your back office. But essentially, follow this. The most important thing you can do is reach your first 1,000 points and submit your letter of intent. Start to qualify and qualify as quickly as possible as a brand rep. And then you simply teach as many people as you can to do the same thing. And the more people you teach, the larger your leveraged or passive income becomes. I hope you found this helpful to understand the velocity compensation plan. Please remember you can go to our Facebook page and you can ask questions, and we're always there to help. Thanks for tuning in, and we wish you the greatest success on your journey to freedom. Bye for now.